Arsenal, man. Arsenal. What are they saying? Well, David Ornstein last night put out a little mini bomber. He put out this last night, people, and that was regarding the Greek star. Is it Tasselios? I think his name is Tasselios. He said Arsenal exploring deal to sign Christos Tzolis from Club Brugge, 24-year-old left winger, expect to be gettable for 40 million euros. Move for Greece international does not impact Arsenal's interest in Morgan Rogers or other options to strengthen attack. Boy. Big up to Broderick. Thank you for the super chat, mate. Stay blessed, you. Big up to you, bro. Now, that is a bit of a situation there. I mean, this guy here is from Greece. He is, yes, Steve, what are you saying?
They'd be better off with Johnny Coppolas, Stelilopolis off the EasyJet. Remember the EasyJet?
Yeah.
They'd be better off signing him.
Big up Big Steve in the chat, always, man. But yeah, this guy here, apparently, I've been hearing some good stuff about him, I'll be real with you. I've not watched him a lot. I watched him in the Champions League. I think it was against Barcelona. Did all right, did decent. But in terms of actual numbers and that for Bruges, I mean, it ain't bad at all. He's 24 years old. He's a player who plays on the wing predominantly. But in terms of numbers since coming to the football club, I mean, 104 games, 40 goals, 38 assists. That's a GA of every 107 minutes. This season, he's got 56 appearances, 22 goals, 22 assists, 44 GA. I mean, listen, it is the Belgian league. So is there a caveat to that? We'll have to wait and see. Premier League's a different kettle of fish. You know, I mean, it's easy to do it in the Belgian league, but when you do it in the Premier League, that's what matters the most. Apparently, he's a good ball carrier, got pace, but nothing special. Listen, sometimes you need them players, bro. I think it's a like for Trossard in that, you know, you buy a player like Trossard who does a job and then he leaves. You've got to buy another player who could do a similar job, but a little bit more technically refined, a little bit more better in terms of maybe decision-making. Maybe he's someone who's a bit more reliable as a goal scorer. You know, if you're going to let Martinelli go as well, someone who could offer you that as well. So, listen, he is an exciting talent. I don't think he would. Is he in the Belgian squad? Is he in the Belgian squad, chat? Let me know in the chat. Is he in the Belgian squad? Because, Greece. He's Greece. Sorry. Yeah, he is Greece.
Deals are confirmed, actually, between Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea, confirmed by big journalists everywhere. Of course, Arsenal are actively looking to strengthen their attack and also their midfield. The winger side is the key factor for Arsenal. A new link confirmed by David Ornstein, also Fabrizio Romano, for the Greek international player that played for Club Brugge. Of course, the guy that scored a lot of goals. While Liverpool are targeting a complete new midfielder than the one you're talking about. Of course, I want to say this because I watched a lot of him at Juventus. Kifram Thuram, a tank that will change how the Liverpool midfield look. Of course, it's a replacement for Curtis Jones, who looks like he might be heading to Inter, of course. But Kifram Thuram adds a lot to Liverpool. And Chelsea look for a versatile forward that can play in attack, that can play on the wings. In Rafa Leao, it looks like the deal can be done for less than 60 or 55 million pounds. We'll talk about all these deals. We'll show you all the news and actually we'll tell you what the players offer for each one of them, of course. But before we do this, hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think, because there are new links every day for each club. Of course, which player do you prefer? Of course, if you support Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, or if you're a rival, are you scared of these signings or not? So hit that like button, subscribe, and also hype the video. And let's start by the player that out of nowhere have actually surfaced from a confirmed news by Fabrizio Romano. Christos Tzolis, the Greek international that is 24 years old, that had tons of goals, of course, 17 goals and 23 assists in 3,000 minutes. I know it's only the Belgian league, but what Arsenal are going to get from this guy, of course, is a a change of direction. I know Arsenal are still interested in Morgan Rogers and Bradley Barcola, who there is a massive update from the hand of Arsenal that happened over the last hours, which is the contract stalling, and Arsenal now looks like they're leading the race because Liverpool are targeting Diamondi, of course, on the other side. So it looks like there is a clear path for Arsenal, for Barcola. They need to do a revolution on that left side for Martinelli and Trossard. So maybe they get both Barcola and Morgan Rogers. I know the deals are tough, but let's start by this guy. Why is it confirmed by, of course, Sami Mukbel have said that Arsenal offered Club Brugge Christos Tzolis, the sporting director Andrea Berta, is pursuing the £35 million deal after assistant Mitchell watched the Greek international play versus Sweden. Mikel Arteta's on board. Arsenal are keeping their options open. And the reason why, because not all the deals can go through. And if you look at this guy, I watched some comms. Listen, none of us watch Club Brugge play football. But for me, someone that is trickery, can shoot, can assist, have an eye for a pass, that is a change of direction from all the Arsenal players that you guys are looking for, are always the Arsenal looking now, because they are Premier League champions. Everyone is looking for Arsenal to get the big names. Oh my God, get me Morgan Rogers, get me Bradley Barcola. But these are the gems that nobody looks at. And they should be easy deals for someone like Arsenal. As, of course, David Ornstein also, as it says, he's Arsenal exploring the deal to sign Christos Tzolis, 24 years old, left-sided winger, expected to be gettable for 40 million euros. For me, it looks like maybe Arsenal are looking to sign two left wingers on this window. One of Morgan Rogers and Bradley Barcola. I'm not sure if they're going to get both. And one of these guys, like Christos Tzolis, who is an option that can stay on the bench, that can come in other games as well, because Arsenal play 60 games and they need to strengthen in that left side. And I'm convinced that maybe Arsenal need to move on from the likes of Martinelli and Trossard.
Arsenal bomber David Ornstein has confirmed quite a few things, and it's not just the message itself, it's the overriding Arsenal doing business. Just we'll break it down, but smash the like, subscribe if you're brand new, and if you don't mind, people, there's a hype button somewhere on your screens. If you can find it, much pleasure, appreciated. But let's try. I can't believe we was just. So anyways, David Ornstein, I'm excited to talk about this player because I'm actually a huge fan. Watching him in the Champions League as well. Club Brugge, Tzolis, baller, absolute baller. Like, we was just having this conversation in the group chat about this player yesterday and a week ago and so ago, because we were talking about left wingers for that Manchester United could potentially or should be looking at, the type of player. Now, if we go around Arsenal squad, you could look at the likes of Gyökeres, if you want to call him that, that kind of sort of number 9. You want to look at the type of players that might be leaving, Martinelli, and it's kind of just confirmed that Trossard, with rumours as well, a good 20 million fee for Trossard, right? Not too sure where he's going to go, but I think it's somewhere over in Turkey. Someone can clarify that for me in the comments. But Seed Tzolis, let me just read the message. Arsenal exploring deal to sign Christos Tzolis from Club Brugge, 24-year-old, great age, left-sided winger, expected to be gettable for about 40 million euros, aka something around the regions of 33, 34 million pounds. Now, this is what you call clutch business, where there's a player there where there's a lot of interested parties, right? And no one's really jumping the gun. And if Arsenal are going for him, it just goes to show that they've done their due diligence on this player. And it's a sort of player that I feel Arsenal really need. And I'm going to explain why. Because today's kind of confirmed a little bit more about Arsenal's transfer plans than I originally thought. Now, we all expect Martinelli to leave. But funny enough, Martinelli's not the one that's been linked away just as yet. There's some links, some interest, but no one's actually really going in for him. And I look at Trossard, and I think Trossard's a baller, but he's getting older. You know, he still has that ability to affect games. Great finisher. And basically, what I'm gathering from this is Arsenal looking to potentially get rid of Trossard by bringing in baby Trossard. You know, when I look at his style, it's so similar. Someone who's very it's so good in pockets, finding pockets, in possession, keeping possession. And the biggest one of all, if you want to have a go look at his, you know what? go have a look at his compilations. It's not the full story, because if you watch his overall gameplay, the way Club Brugge have played as well, they play some absolute possession, fast, direct football.
I listen, I'm seeing big bidney, and it ain't Liverpool, and this is a problem. I can't lie, you lot. Arsenal squad planning is looking a bit crazy. It's looking all sorts of mad, and it's, bro, they could be doing the both of them. I ain't gonna lie, they could be doing the both of them. But listen, if you're new, hit the like, subscribe, hit the like button. If you're already here, let's get to about 400 likes for this one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content, if you're already here, you know what I mean? And make sure you drop a comment below. Let's talk about the new player, and not just the new player, Arsenal squad planning in general. They're looking like they're ahead of the curve. They're ahead of the curve, so you don't know what to do. Anyway, housekeeping out the way. You lot have seen the latest Ornstein bomber. You lot, I can't even lie, I ain't even knew who this guy was. I didn't even know who he was. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't know this guy. I had to go do my homework. What, you thought I was just gonna do a video about doing my homework? I had to go do my homework. You know what I mean? Broski, look at this. Obviously from David Ornstein himself. You know what I'm saying? Just so you lot can see it. Arsenal exploring a deal to sign Christos Tzolis from Club Brugge. 24-year-old left-sided winger. Obviously he's Greek as well. Around 40 million euros is still for some of the prices we're seeing in the window anyways. The move for the Greece international does not impact Arsenal's interest in Morgan Rogers or other options to strengthen the attack, which means they're trying to do the both form. They are trying to do the both form. That's what it is. I can't lie, man. It's nasty work. It's nasty work. And listen, Fab's checked in as well. Arsenal make initial approach as a potential new winger with contacts started with the player and the club side. He's among the options considered, not by only one. Jeremy Mongo remains separate deal for the future and advancing. Rogers, Barcola are more main top targets, but this is one that Arsenal are heavily still exploring. Now, you lot, I can't even lie. Do you know why this is a mad thing? And like, I've seen the comps and I've seen his finishing, but we're gonna get to his in-game play. But bro, this is the type of scouting that these man that I think it's the data scouting that more teams need to do. Like what you'll see like a Brighton do. Because I don't know if people know this, yeah. Let me actually let you, bro. Crystal Palace wanted this guy, I think last year. Look. Let me scroll down. Crystal Palace wanted this guy last year.
Arsenal are doing an absolute mad one this summer, and one thing we know about Andrea Berta is he likes to have a lot of targets in a lot of different positions, agree terms with those targets, then make a decision on which one he pursues. And Nico Paz, Barcola, Tzolis, and more have been linked to Arsenal, like Morgan Rogers in that left wing role. Arsenal want a left winger, that is the number one priority. They're prepared to spend big. Krupi has been linked. Other players have been linked, like Julian Alvarez. But the interesting developments are on Bradley Barcola. Apparently he wants to move. He wants out of PSG. Arsenal well within the race, confirmed by very, very good sources. Tzolis still is updating, and that is not going to impact Arsenal's chances of getting Barcola or Morgan Rogers. Tzolis is seen as a Trossard, like-for-like replacement, market opportunity. Obviously, there's Krupi, there's Alvarez, there's more links going on, and Andrea Berta is prepared to go big. Arsenal are prepared to go big in attack. There's also players like Jeremy Monga coming in for the future, youngsters like Max Dowman. We all know that Arsenal's biggest weakness is attack. They are insane in defence. They're very, very good in midfield. It is the attack, that little bit of quality that's let them down. And if they sort out this attack and just get those 2 or 3 top quality signings, and just probably 2 that they need, then they have everything capable to win the UCL and the back-to-back Prems and dominate in this post-Pep Guardiola era, and this scares me. And look, Berta, he knows what to do. He's good at his job, and he is getting to work. And I tell you what, there's some really interesting developments on things that Berta is doing behind the scenes that we will discuss, particularly on the Bradley Barcola situation. But let's get into the news. Do go ahead and smash that like button. Do go ahead and subscribe if you're new. I'm worried.
On this link for Chelsea, this link for Arsenal, is their link to Tzolis. This, obviously, we were talking in the chat quite a bit. This Greek winger It has been reported that it will not impact their moves for Rodgers, Barcola, Monga. So it's an additional player coming in. It feels like it's progressing quite quickly, this £34 million for the Trossard replacement. What do you make of that from an Arsenal perspective?
I think it's quite smart, to be fair. Funny enough, Tzolis is a player that has popped up on a few Man United channels. So I've watched people analyze him and breaking down, and they were saying he could be a player for Man United because we need, in my opinion, left winger. I don't think Dorgu's future is there full time. I think Dorgu would be left back or and a winger, like as a utility player. So people suggesting him for Man United. So I looked at him, and he's got goals. He's got assists. He's a GA machine. He is quick. Belgium league quick, but he's still quick. You know what I mean? He will fill the boots of a Trossard. He would fill the boots of a Martinelli because Trossard, I think, has been a good signing for Arsenal. When they signed him for like 30 million or 20 million, how it was a low fee in that January, I was like, okay, yeah, they've made a good signing there. And he's been very clutch for them over the years as well. When they needed a goal, he's been the man to step up in that. And I feel like someone like Tzolis coming in with the same kind of similar profile to Trossard, it's smart business. He's younger, he's quicker, he's sharper right now. You know, he's not on decline. The Trossard is towards the end of his career now, is in his early 30s. So it's one of those ones where if you get him in for a good fee like 35 million, if it doesn't work out, if it doesn't adapt, you just move him on with a minimal loss. Like you break even or get a minimal loss on that. But if he pops off, you've got a winger that will challenge for a starting spot, because that's what you want at Arsenal now. At Arsenal now, you don't just want, okay, my starting 11's amazing and my squad players are just they don't knock on the door like they've seen for few years now. You want now, okay, you've got Odegaard, but now you've got Eze breathing down his neck. You've got Saka. Now you got Madueke kind of breathing down his neck. he's there, you know what I mean? Madueke is there. He's effective somewhere. No, so you want that air all over the pitch. So if they can get a Tzolis in and then also a big winger, like a Rodgers or like a Barcola, I think it'd be smart, very smart business for them. And I think